How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is an episode I did not plan on filming. I was trying to take the day off, so this morning I spent the whole morning and afternoon just driving and shooting for myself, which sometimes you just kind of have to do. It's very meticulous and time-consuming to film these things and try to coordinate it all together. But it is just so, it's so gorgeous. It is 3 p.m. right now, so what I'm going to try to do is film for the next 4 hours until sunset, driving back down this road, and include you, because it is just too beautiful to pass up. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Great. And I just can't pass it up. I'm sitting here on top of my car shooting this composition right here, and every once in a while these hawks will fly and hover right in front of it. And I got one earlier, but the conditions right now are much better than they were earlier, so I'm just kind of waiting. This is going to be our first shot. Oh, one's flying in front of it right now. I don't know if you can see. Oh, he went away. So that's the composition I'm shooting right now. It's going to be the first photo I include. It's going to be right after I stop talking. Then we're going to keep going down this road. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it's enjoyable. Hi, I'm back. I want to talk about the shot a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to keep looking to make sure the light isn't changing to where I want to shoot it, to where the hawk doesn't show back up. So I'm shooting f8 like normal, ISO 100, shutter speed 1/200th of a second, but I'm only at like 100 mil, maybe 135. I have shot a few 200 mil, but I'm making sure that I'm propping up the camera and keeping it pretty still. Also, the R5 plus the image stabilization on the lens is plenty. That's why I'm not shooting with a tripod. And again, excuse me for continuing looking back over there. So two things that are interesting about this shot is, one, I'm actually purposely keeping the top of this house in the shot so that I have enough space in the bottom that I can crop out, or I can try to Photoshop out the top of that house just for the composition, specifically in the balance of the photo. Secondly, I am using a polarizer. Really makes those yellows and greens and the blue of the background pop without having to do a whole lot. The photos straight out of camera look spectacular so far, so I'm pretty hyped for this photo. I'm going to keep waiting for the light, and then eventually I have to move on. And, you know, sorry, someone waved at me, so I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I'm going to show you the shot. I'm going to show it to you unedited, and then edited, so you can see how I needed that house in the bottom of the frame, and I may have cropped it out or Photoshopped it out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Here are the photos.
All right, so I'm actually going to start out by showing a few of the images I took about 2 hours prior to the moment that you saw. This was when I was driving down the road and I wasn't filming anything, and I caught this composition because these hawks were hovering over the tree line here. And you can actually see I caught quite a few moments of just the hover right above and how well it lined up with those clouds. And it looks pretty great, but you can tell the light is pretty harsh and there's not a lot of contrast in the scene naturally. Let's compare that to the image I took about 2 hours later, which is what you just saw. I'm going to show you the unedited version. Now, one thing to note is I'm using a polarizer here, and I do not believe I was using a polarizer in the images taken before. So that's going to add a little bit of different colors. You can tell the sky is darker here rather than more blue. But what's really important is the light. The light is so different. There's a lot more contrast on the hillside and on the trees, but also on those clouds in the background. So you'll notice the clouds here are just pretty white and pretty dull. Now, even though the moment of that hawk hovering is much better in these, the light is just so much better in these images that these are going to be the ones we end up using. Now, obviously the hawk here isn't nearly as prominent, but that's okay. So that's the image with the hawk. Now I'm going to show you an image that had the house still in it down below here and that little pole. All I needed to do there was just open up Photoshop, and I spot healing brushed that pole out on the left, and then I just content aware filled the house on the right, and it looks pretty good. And then I just did a pretty simple edit in Lightroom, about 5 minutes to get this image. And I'm not entirely sure this is done, but this is where I ended up. Now, this is not the image that I ended up taking away from this shoot. My favorite image from this shoot is this one, and it's just because of the light. Let me show you what that looks like unedited so you get an idea. That light on the hill is pretty natural, and the light on the aspens here is also natural. And it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's probably one of my favorite images I've taken from the entire year, which is why I've included it in my 2022 calendar, which you can find down below if you're interested. But there's just something about this image, the way the light cascades on the hill and how it just naturally hits those aspens and almost looks like light versus dark with those clouds in the background. And it really works. So even though it doesn't have the hawk in there, this image is still my favorite from that moment. It's probably my favorite from that day or this entire trip. So hope you enjoy. Let's keep watching.
All right, so I'm going to try something unconventional. I'm going to talk about a shot I took earlier today at the same spot, and the conditions are not the same. But like I said, I was just shooting for me, and it's a really cool shot. I think that turned out. I won't know until I actually get on the computer. But I'm back, and the conditions are definitely different. Still want to talk about it. So the composition is this road. I was parked right there, and it led up to, you can see this mountain over here was actually covered or dusted in snow, and it looked really good with the cascading light coming from the clouds onto these aspens right here. The key was I had to be on top of my car here so that I could get enough height to include the road in the bottom of the frame. I took, I believe they're roughly probably 35 millimeters, maybe 28 millimeters shots. Not entirely sure how they turned out. I'm going to put them on the screen. Nothing technical really. ISO 100, f8, no tripod, plenty of light, and just, I think one of them probably turned out. Here it is. Like I said, different conditions, a little bit unconventional just because I did take a shot here, and I happened to be driving past it during this, whatever storm is about to happen. Just look how, can we just take a second to just, absolutely incredible. Enjoy the shot. Thanks for watching.
Lend me your brakes again, you're more than my speed. And I've played heartstrings before, but not in your key. Tell me you're waiting for someone, but you haven't heard more. You've broken promises to me, so forget your word. Oh, and again, you're breaking me down. Let me in for the dark of this time now. Why am I bitter? Why am I always led astray? It's gonna get better. I'll always hear you say.
Just started raining / hailing, but I am back at the spot that I was at last year that you may have seen in, well, just stick around and you'll see what shot I'm talking about. I'm gonna wait for it to stop raining and hailing. That's a pretty cool tree. Whoop. But yeah, gonna wait for this to stop. Maybe a rainbow will come out. Conditions are really cool right now though, way better than last year, so definitely think I'm gonna try to make a shot out of this. Okay, it's still raining / hailing, and can't really get the Fuji out. So this is what, oh come on. I didn't want to not include you, but do you guys remember this shot? I did 2 videos on it, and I am kind of just hoping, oh, there's a rainbow. Can I capture it? Ah, it's so minuscule. It's barely there. I don't even know if the mic works on this thing very well. Here's hoping. But, oh, it's starting to come out. Come on. As you can tell, I'm just running and gunning here. Don't really need a tripod. F8, 160th of a second. Really hoping for a rainbow. It's right there, it's there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's there, kinda. Just a little bit more light. All right, gonna sit, wait around. Try not to get too drenched. Thanks for watching. Hope this worked. Okay, the rainbow is happening. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this video, but it's happening. Hopefully it comes out. I gotta take some more photos. All right, the excitement has died down. Rainbow is gone. It did happen. Pretty sure we got a shot. At first I was just shooting 35 millimeters, f8, handheld. I tried to film stuff on my GoPro and my phone. Hopefully one of those worked so I could explain what I was doing. That was the basic shot I was trying to get. There was a double rainbow, 35 mil, I think I said that, but then I would zoom out sometimes to capture more of the rainbow in the sky. Unsure of which one's gonna work. Then what happened is once the light moved past this tree, so there was no more light on the tree, the rainbow was hitting the back of the mountain, so I switched my 7200, got a couple shots there. Not sure if they worked out because I was still trying to keep the tree in. The rainbow wasn't super vibrant or anything, but I do think I got at least one shot here. Very hectic. Sorry it was so difficult to keep you guys along for the journey. Also, I met a gentleman here named Clyde who apparently has seen my channel. Clyde, if you happen to watch this episode, thank you for saying hello. Really appreciate it. Anyways, pretty stoked. Here are the images. Woo! Love and life. You've seen the photos. I haven't seen the photos yet. Hopefully one of those turned out. The dilemma I am having now is I'm about 40 minutes from sunset and I'm not sure if I should just shoot this again. Is it gonna get much better than double rainbow? I don't know. But I also don't wanna move considering, I mean, just look at the light that's happening. It's still absolutely gorgeous and I might be able to just get a different type of shot and just secure the shot and just stick with it. I wish I could poll you guys live because it would be very beneficial to have some help here in deciding what to do. I'm leaning towards just staying here and shooting this right now because it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna go take some more photos. Man, hopefully the one you just saw turned out. Again, only you know. I don't know.
And I love you more. Ride high, fake confidence, right down to my core. Strike a nerve like an airstrike blade all under my skin. I wear a mask to cover myself in the shape of a grin. Whoa. And again, you're breaking me down. Let me in for the darker this time. Now, why am I bitter? Why am I always led astray? It's gonna get better. I'll always hear you say, oh.
absolutely breathtaking sunset. Tried to capture as much as I could, but that moment where the sun peeks through the clouds is so short that I did not have a lot of time to film anything. So what I actually ended up doing is, because it took longer for these peaks to get hit by the sunlight, I ran to that tree that I talked about right here. Let's see if I can get it in focus. And lined it up where the sun was behind it. Handheld, I just boosted my ISO. I didn't have time to grab the tripod. Tried to shoot f16 to get that crispy sunburst. That if you want to know how to get a crispy sunburst, go watch my video here. But absolutely gorgeous. Then I ran back over here and I got some of that red light hitting the peaks. I don't think it's going to be as pretty as it was about 30 minutes ago, or the double rainbow. But the fact that I have 3 different looks from the exact same spot is super nice, and it's got me pumped. Feeling really great. I now have to, so today, instead of filming this or taking photos or whatever, I was supposed to finish the video that comes out tomorrow, which you have no idea when tomorrow is, but you'll probably see this weeks after. But regardless, I have to go finish that and have it uploaded. It has been an absolutely insane day. If you are interested, I'm releasing a calendar that by the time this video will come out will be linked down below for 2022. It helps support me. I really appreciate it if you just check it out. Thank you for watching. If you love the video, subscribe. If you just like the video, you can like it. But if you really loved it, just do both. And check out the calendar. Later, here's the photos. Have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon. See you soon.